Okay, I'm going to do a total walkthrough on this subdivision here. This is a development called Sunrise Hills Villas. It was actually built, they started to build this back in 2006, and they've just about finished everything up. There's a few lots here still in the subdivision, but most of this has been built out. But I wanted to go over a couple of things with you on mistakes that people make looking at the real estate option versus a donation option. Then you can make your choice from there. I'm going to actually walk down here, go through the development, talk to you while I do it, and then go out on the golf course so you can kind of see everything here. But these do qualify for citizenship. So let's go ahead and start with this. They do have it's a semi-gated area. So what you do is you have to put in your number here. And then what happens is this little arm comes up. And then when you come out on the other side, it comes up automatically. You don't even have to use a key when you're coming out, okay? But one thing that's nice about this, it keeps out people that aren't supposed to really be here. And it does help a lot. There's not a security guard in this development. They actually voted against it because, of course, you know, your maintenance fees go way up when you have a full-time security guard, and I don't think it really helps at all because somebody can, you know, he's got to be going around, walking around continuously. We've never had a real problem by breaking the house even in 15 years. I've been gone for a year at a time. They've got a tennis court here. They don't have a swimming pool here. A lot of people have their own pools here, and they actually voted against it because there was just, you know, there's high maintenance fees when you have that, and some people just didn't want it because they had pools already at their house. And I personally don't like swimming in pools. I go to the ocean, which is only about a 5-minute walk from here. In fact, you can see the ocean right here. I can walk straight down to it and be there in just a few minutes. But the views here are just knockout. You can see out here in the distance. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen. You get new videos automatically as they come out. And number 2 is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen, and you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. All right, now the ranges and the prices in here, they run anywhere from, I'd say the high 300s right in there to, you might find one a little bit lower than that, someone that's trying to sell it. But they run from the high 300s to about just under 2 million US. There's a big range. What you'll see is the units here, these are like duplex units, and they are, they're actually, these are, they're 1-bedroom units on each side, okay? And most of these run about around 400,000 or just under it, okay? And some of them are higher than that, depends on the condition that they're in. And so along the side here, these are all duplexes. And each side is a $400,000 or thereabouts duplex, okay? Now, most of these have been sold out for citizenship years ago. And, you know, we got people, a lot of them are from China, we got them from the US, UK. We've got a lot of them from the Middle East. The whole front down here is almost all Chinese that have bought. We get quite a few Chinese that want to get out of China, or at least get a second passport for that. You can see the views are really nice here. And these ones down here on the bottom, they're all, well, that one's a duplex here in the middle. And then this one that's pink, that one is a house. And this blue one's a house here. And all the ones that run up the side here, on the side going up, going out, is they're all duplexes. So there's a unit on each side. Okay, and as you get down here, you'll get the villas that are bigger villas. This is the first villa here. It's lime green. Most of these villas, you know, sold for, you know, quite a few years ago, they were sold for thereabouts $1 million or just over $1 million US. And this has been many years ago. But one thing that's nice here is it's close to the beaches. This is in Frigate Bay. As I mentioned before, you're really better off staying with Frigate Bay because the it's close to the beaches, it's close to all the shopping, as far as if you want to, go to the grocery store, you want to go get, clothes or whatever, it's just close to everything. But it's quiet, it's away from Basseterre, which is the main hub, okay? And so, we got them from all over. We got them from the UK. One guy over here is from Greece. Got this lady's from the US up here. Another US person. We got, people out from the US. Guy next door from me from the US on both sides. We got just from all over the place. Now, all of these are villas. Most of all these are like 2, 3, and 4 bedroom villas. Some of them might even be 5. Okay, so you can see mango trees grow up here really easy. There's a mango tree. We got guinnep trees here, all kinds of fruit trees. Pomegranate just really grows easy up here. All you do is just throw the seeds out. But the views are dynamite here, knockout views, because you can see from the ocean here, just in the back, the views you'll see going out. You got knockout views here. And it is a planned unit development, so you have to keep it up. People can't just take off and leave and not paint. This is one thing that's nice. If you have pets, so you can't have dogs here. A lot of people don't want dogs because what happens is, there's a noise problem, and so they don't allow them here. So, which is good for me. I wanted that myself. So, but this is something that if you do have pets and you want to bring them down, this would not be the place. Okay, but it's quiet as a mouse here, man. It's the quietest place I've ever lived. So. And they have houses here also on the golf course. I like being up high myself, but there are some people that like, being on the golf course. As you get down lower, the mosquitoes get badder. That's why I don't like, I like being up higher here, because you get a lot of breeze and it knocks the mosquitoes out. But it's a real nice development. It will qualify you for citizenship. And one thing I wanted to go over with you here too, we'll walk down here a little bit further on the end, is the difference between going with the donation option versus a real estate option. I'm going to go through an explanation and some things that are going to save you a lot of money. In this one example, I'm going to tell you, it can save you $300,000. But this just shows you. You've got this stonework here, and real good quality stone. Some of this came off the old plantation homes, or the not plantation homes, but the grain stacks that from the years and years ago, 1700s, I was told, and they cut this off those old grain, big grain, tall grain stacks they used to store grain in. But you can see here the views up here looking out the ocean are really, really good. And I'll just walk here on the end and see this one's got a double car garage. Okay, and this is your view out here on the end. The views are actually even better way up here. It's just incredible, the views up here going out towards the ocean. And you can see out here all the mountains in Half Moon Bay. And this is, of course, your view out here. And these units are duplexes on the golf course. Now, we'll tell you this, the villas hold their value a lot better than the duplexes do. So this is something you need to keep in mind, because it will make a big, big difference there. A big difference. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to walk down here and show you what it looks like from the golf course going up. And let me just tell you a story here about, I got a client I'm helping right now with. We did some rates, and He wanted to see the donation option and also the real estate option. We did actually for a family of 4 people, and the whole figures came out to be roughly around $334,000 for 4 people on the donation option. That's everything. That's the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Now we can actually do the real estate option for $400,000, because remember I had told you we've got this developer, and he's doing this through December, where they will pick up all the fees on the real estate option. So in essence, what's happening is this guy, I'm showing him the difference right now. We're looking at $400,000 on the property, because the developer would pick up all the fees, and there's only like the difference between the donation option and the real estate option, with this developer picking up the fees, only $65,000. Now think about this. What would you rather pick? Would you rather go with the donation option, where you're having to pay $334,000, or go with the with the donation option paying $334,000, or going with the real estate option and paying only $400,000? No, in other words, the whole $400,000 is being invested. Which one looks better? I mean, it's quite evident. I would rather put $400,000 towards a property than take $334,000 and put it towards a big tax. You know what amazes me is how many people leave the U.S. or not just U.S. but other countries, and they get a second passport to try to lower taxes, but then they come over and they pay $334,000 or $200,000, whatever, for a donation option. That's like a huge tax. So they're going from paying high taxes, then they come over here and they get a donation option, pay a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 tax, depending on the size of their family, on the donation option, when they could have just taken the whole $400,000 and put it towards a property, and all of it's being invested. To me, that doesn't make sense. But this is what happens to a lot of people. They don't look at, they don't check things out and really examine it. And this is what I tell people they should be doing. Now, another example is, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he actually, he was in a situation, he had already bought citizenship, and he saw our YouTube channel. So he decided, he called us only to get a property. He wasn't interested in the, and he had gotten the donation option, and he was interested in coming down to St. Kitts and just getting the property. And he'd already done the donation option, through some other company. And the thing is, a lot of people, what they do is they want to get the donation option, and then they'll get the property separate. This is not wise, folks. This is incredibly foolish to do that. Let me tell you why. Why get a property and come down and get that after you've gotten citizenship and you forked out $200,000, $300,000, or $400,000 in a donation option, and then you could have gotten the property where all of it's invested and not paid out any fees at all? You see what I'm saying? Or very little in fees, because there are developers that will pick up some of those fees. Okay, and remember too, the government fees are a lot less with the real estate option, the donation option. So in some cases, they can be picked up or either partially picked up in fees. So in essence, what this guy's doing, he's paying for a huge tax. This guy that called me, he had already bought his citizenship. He's basically paying a huge tax. Then he's buying the property that he could have used for citizenship. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to pick in the citizenship zones. I don't want to have that obligation where I've got to pick in those zones, okay? You need to look at some other videos that I've got, because I explain that. One of the things, and by the way too, let me just show you, the development we just went to see was up here. I'm going to get away from the sun. This is the development. We're on the golf course now, and I'm going to get away from this sun here a little bit. Okay, this is what the houses look like here. It's getting a little bit darker. It's about 5 o'clock now, almost here today. This is what it looks like on the golf course going out, looking up away from the ocean. okay? And they've got really good views from the ocean going out here. All right, so back to this other thing here. So the way I was trying to explain it is this guy, in essence, came down to St. Kitts, and now what he's done, he's wanting to come down to St. Kitts. He's already got his citizenship, and he went with the donation option. And I don't know if he's interested in looking in because I started working with him, he's going to be coming down here, but he's looking at a property maybe inside the citizenship area or maybe outside. Some people want the option to go outside, and I've told you that's a huge mistake when you do that. Let me tell you why. When you resell your property, as I mentioned before, your market is real small, because most people that come down here that have a lot of money are doing it for citizenship. They're buying properties for citizenship. And usually my lowest net worth income or lowest net worth client is usually right around 5 million. Average is around 10 to 20 million, okay? That's the net worth. I got a few that are under 5 million, but it's very little. So in essence, these are the type of clients that come in, they pay cash and for these units. And they don't buy, they're looking for nice properties, okay? If you come down and try to buy properties that are 100,000, 50,000, 75,000, you're going to be in what I call the rooster zones, okay? Places that roosters crow and everything. And I'm going to tell you something, those units can be very hard to resell. And you're going to have to deal with people usually that are financed and not paying cash, like citizenship by investment people. They pay cash for everything. And what you're going to be doing too is you're going to be taking yourself totally out of that citizenship by investment market. So you're going to have a lot less people that have money that will buy your property. So you want to stick to the citizenship by investment units. It's a lot easier to sell your property if you do that, okay? Now, this is the key though. When you buy a citizenship by investment unit, just, you can get good deals in the citizenship by investment properties, but your market is totally different. I gave you the figures a while back. I actually got these figures from the registry office for this was in 2014, and it's not that much difference today, I can tell you. For every 50 properties that were sold in the citizenship zones, one property outside the citizenship zone sold. So when you start, if you get a donation option and then you come down for citizenship, and then you look for a property that's outside the citizenship zone, then what you've done is you're cutting yourself out of trying to sell that property, because that huge market of high net worth people, you just eliminated yourself from that market. And not just that, but the key is, why did you get the donation option to begin with? Because when you got this donation option, you're paying a huge tax. None of that money's coming back, okay? And if you're coming down here now to buy a property, you could have done that without getting the donation option and eliminated those fees, or most of the fees that you would have to pay up front that you're not going to get back. That doesn't make sense to me, why someone does that, okay? And the best way to do it is to eliminate as many of those fees as you can and have most or all of your money invested in a property. That's the best way to go. Anyway, folks, if you want to learn more on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.